My Talk at the Table looks at a provocative new voice in comedy who's not afraid to ask tough questions about race. Ziwe is a comedian and former writer for the Desus and Mero show. She became a social media sensation last summer and is now the host and executive producer of her own variety series, Ziwe, debuting on Showtime, a division of Viacom CBS. Time magazine calls her the pandemic's most provocative comedy star. Here's a look at how she tackles race relations and other social justice issues as part of her comedy.
I'm your host, Ziwe. Our goal is to end racism or your money back, and this show is free, so...
In 2017, comedian Ziwe launched a YouTube series with the goal of creating a dialogue. She uses her satirical humor and confrontational questions to have awkward, sometimes outrageous conversations about race.
Could you name any stereotypes associated with black food? Could you list them?
Do I have to?
Baited. Last spring, after her live comedy shows were canceled due to COVID, Ziwe took her YouTube show to Instagram Live. She soon became a social media sensation as thousands tuned in weekly to watch her ask uncomfortable questions.
Now, would you consider yourself the Christopher Columbus of food influencing? How many black friends do you have, Caroline?
Very many. So many.
Very many?
Yes, as Donald Trump would say, a huge amount of black friends.
I do not approve of this message.
Now the comedian is set to executive produce and star in a new variety series for Showtime called Ziwe.
Are you a racist?
My face is blurred for this.
How many times have you said the N-word?
The A or the ER?
The series will also feature sketches and guest interviews.
What bothers you more, slow walkers or racism?
That's a real question.
You have a book called Pretty Powerful. Why do you think ugly people can't be powerful?
As well as musical performances featuring Ziwe herself.
Stop being poor. Stop being poor. Let the wealth trickle down. Let the money hit the floor.
And Ziwe joins us now. Welcome. Thanks for being with us. Congratulations on the new show.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be in this hallowed grounds. Like CBS This Morning is my favorite show.
Hallowed.
Oh, you say that to everybody.
Yeah, you say that to all the morning shows.
No,
yeah.
You guys do fantastic reporting.
Oh, thank you. And here I was worried you were going to ask us uncomfortable questions.
We're glad you're here.
Listen, Ziwe, start by giving us some sense of how your comedy came about. Why did you decide to use uncomfortable questions as a form of comedy?
Totally. I mean, I've just lived forever, and I've had all of these uncomfortable conversations all of my life where I'm like talking to someone and they'll be like, okay, I have 4 black friends, and it's like, sir, this is a Wendy's, why did you bring that up? And I've always wondered, like, what would happen if there was a camera in front of these conversations, like if someone would watch them. And so this is my version of like healing and working through all of the trauma I've experienced in my young adult life.
But you've actually said that I think you said to someone that you're perpetually afraid of offending people. So you're kind of walking a tightrope here, aren't you?
Totally. I would argue that I have set myself up for disaster, and that I never want to perpetrate discrimination or marginalize people. I'm only trying to have really funny, lighthearted conversations that are really uncomfortable and really get at the heart of the issues with race in this country. So, yeah, it's a tightrope, but I hope that I'm doing it well.
You're doing it very well. Can I just say, I love that you're doing it, number one. Race makes so many people uncomfortable, and if we don't talk about it, nothing changes. But your uncomfortable questions like, you're interviewing a white woman, you say, how many white women are in New York, and should they go back to where they came from? Number one. You're asking a white woman, what percentage of white women do you hate? Number two, when you go to a job interview, you think like a white guy. I thought that was hilarious. But you're saying race permeates every aspect of every aspect of our lives, and what we really have to do is unlearn racial biases. What do you mean? It's so true, but I want you to explain it.
Sure. When I talk about unlearning racial bias, is that whether you discuss race consciously or subconsciously, you're bringing your learned behaviors, the things you learned in school, into the conversation. I mean, the way that highways are built in the United States have to do with race. It's in part of every facet of our society. And so I'm hoping to sort of I'm hoping to normalize these conversations so people don't feel like if I say the wrong thing, I'm going to die, I'm going to go to jail, I'm going to get canceled. Ultimately, we can say the wrong thing and learn and grow and become better people and build a stronger community as Americans.
We should talk about
globally, honestly.
We should talk about cancel culture because you're right. People don't talk about these issues because they're afraid they're going to say the wrong thing, and they may say the wrong thing in good faith or they may say the wrong thing in bad faith. But either way, they can end up shut down. But you don't believe in that. Explain why.
I mean, not exactly. What is cancel culture really? It seems like a bad press day, maybe a bad day on Twitter, but ultimately, it's twofold. One, cancel culture really doesn't encompasses too much because it's on the one hand, it's like if you are arrested for assaulting your employees versus if you tweet that you maybe don't like Beyonce, and that is too wide of an umbrella for society.
But do we need like
furthermore, people?
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, please.
Well, I was going to say, do we need like an independent oversight board like Facebook set up to like handle these cases and make judgments and they be binding?
Exactly. We need Eric Holder to do an investigation and really get at the root of cancel culture because it's too wide. And then those who are actually canceled, I mean, you live in your mansion, you have a nice life, you get a vacation. Doesn't seem so bad. So
but, you know,
I don't really understand what cancel culture is exactly.
You grew up in Lawrence, Mass. For a time, you were planning to be a mathematician. How did you take this turn to comedy?
Well, I hated math class because
me too.
I hated math class. It was horrible. It was unpleasant. And I've always had this personality. And so I thought that profiting off of my trauma was the best case scenario for me. And so that's why I'm a comedian.
But you know what's funny, though, Ziwe? If a white woman was saying what you're saying, if they said black people, what you're saying about white people, if a white woman was doing it, I'd be feeling some kind of way, actually. I'd be, well, that's not funny. But the way you do it, there's something that makes it very palatable. Why is it okay? Why is it okay? And you've said that you want to be the Ellen DeGeneres of race relations. I like that. Tell me why it's okay and what does that mean, the Ellen DeGeneres of race relations? Because Ellen is very funny and very smart.
I think ultimately my goal is to lead with kindness because I am not the judge, jury, the executioner. I can't dictate what is right and what is wrong. All I can do is ask important questions and then we can move forward and be vulnerable and be honest. So when you see these interviews with Fran Lebowitz or Gloria Steinem, for example, on our pilot episode on Sunday, you'll see just people being honest and raw and having conversations that are not had on television at all. Well, and I think that vulnerability is really powerful.
You're onto something. I know your parents were hoping you'd be a doctor or lawyer. I hope they're very proud of what you're doing because you're terrific.
My parents don't know what I do for a living. God bless. They know this show. They watch it. So this is awesome.
Ziwe, thank you so much. The series Ziwe premieres Sunday night on Showtime. As you heard, Gloria Steinem, one of our first guests.
Awesome.